In my last video about PSA, I showed a 27-card submission where nearly 50% of the vintage cards came back PSA 10. That submission was linked to a loose group of people identified as card buyer. The PSA order had a number of cards in it that were proven to be trimmed by Corndog at the Blowout Cards forum. Well, I found another unusual submission, this time in a current auction. Sirius Sports Auctions is a private auction site I've used for a while to buy PSA-graded vintage cards. I've had excellent experiences with them in the past. Their current auction runs until Thursday, December 12, 2019. As I was looking through the auction, I noticed that there were a large number of Gem Mint 10 1968 cards up for sale. Normally there might be 1 to 2 PSA 10 vintage cards in all years in their bi-monthly auctions, but the current auction has 7 alone from the 1968 set. Pretty unusual. As I looked over the 10s, I noticed that the certification numbers all looked pretty similar. When I examined the rest of the 1968 cards up for auction, I noticed a lot of Mint 9 PSA graded cards, also with similar certification numbers. I decided to look for any patterns or to reconstruct the original PSA submission list for these cards. Right or wrong, over the past 6 months I've been incredibly suspicious of any high-grade vintage cards that suddenly show up in new PSA holders, so these cards caught my attention. From looking at recent PSA reveal videos like this one from Andy, She Blinded Me with Refractors, I knew that these cards were graded by PSA within the last few weeks, sometime in late November 2019. Shout out to Andy, by the way. Check out his channel. A link is below. At the time of this video, Sirius has 55 1968 cards up for sale, and 30 of them have certification numbers that begin with 450875. I put all those cards into a spreadsheet. What I found were 29 consecutive certification numbers and 1 additional card. There was only 1 missing number in the whole range from lowest to highest. I went to PSA's website, ran the certification, and identified that card as well. It's a duplicate of another card in the same auction, a 1968 Al Downing. Putting everything together, we have 31 consecutive certification numbers from PSA, starting at 450-87523 and ending in 53. I looked up the cards immediately before and after that range, and in both cases, the certification numbers don't exist in PSA's database. This tells me that all 31 cards came from the same order, sent in by the same person. The results bring us back to the question, are these grades for real? Of the 31 cards, the lowest grade is a PSA 6 for 1 card. There were 2 7s, 5 8s, and 1 8.5. That would be pretty good for a submission of 50-year-old vintage cards. But the vast majority of the order, 71% of the cards, were either a PSA 9 or Gem Mint 10. That seems unusually high to me. I looked over the cards and I don't see any obvious signs of trimming. These cards seem to fit tightly in their holders. What do you think? Legitimate order or something fishy? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.